We're excited to be hosting a regional. It seems like it's been a while, certainly the first one here in Carolina Stadium, and we're glad to be playing this time of year. We're glad to be playing at home. And I don't know about these guys to my right and left, but I'm tired of practicing. We've been practicing for a while. It's time to play.
Game 3?
Well, let's just take one at a time. Sam's going to start against Bucknell tomorrow, and you know, then we'll go from there. But certainly, Black's probably going to pitch game 2.
Let's get quick.
I don't think we've got that much time, do we? When Coach Calvin and I sit down to talk, it's usually not a short conversation. But that being said, I know that there's a lot of speculation. We're playing Bucknell. They fought their way into the tournament. Their numbers aren't great. I think you have to realize at this point of the year that everybody is 0-0. You're starting clean. It's the same for everybody. They might not have been as good a team as they wanted to be at certain times this past season. Certainly it's the case for us. But they got as much momentum now as they've had the entire year. We knew that we were going to pitch Blake or Sam in the first game. Did we explore maybe other options? Sure. But we are not an offensive juggernaut. We don't score 12 runs a game. You know, if we led the country in runs scored, I think that you have an opportunity to maybe be playing at home. You know, a team out of the SEC, you might think otherwise about maybe who your starting pitcher would be. So that was the process, and you know, the realism of who we are came into play, and that was the decision that we were going to pitch Blake or Sam in game 1.
Coach, with the way things happened last week, you had mentioned if they were 2 and out, you guys would be doing 2-a-days. How have you been? Have you been more aggressive with them than you have been in the past, or you keep it the same?
No, I think that, you know, I pushed them a little bit. I think I challenged them a little bit. Personally, I was agitated and aggravated, and I might have taken it out on them a little bit last Friday and Saturday, and I wasn't concerned about it if I did. But they had good practices. I was somewhat surprised. They rolled up their sleeves and went to work, and you know, we challenged them a little bit more offensively than anything else. So I think we got in some positive work. I really do, and that's all you can do. You can make an investment and try to get a return, and that's what we've done. We hope that we'll play some really good baseball this weekend. You know, we're at a point in the season, just like you know, Bucknell, Virginia Tech, and the Citadel, that it really is now about performance. I mean, it's a short deal here. You know, it's a regional. It's not the best out of 10. It's perform. It's, you know, the team that plays the best, pitches the best, clutch hitting, timely hitting, the whole deal makes a difference. So, you know, hopefully we're ready to go.
Coach, you talked about not thinking Bucknell lightly, what they did a couple years ago with an upset. Talk about 2003 when you were in Atlanta. The same thing happened to Georgia Tech where they got upset, and you guys came out of that region and ended up going to Omaha. Can you relate that situation to your team this year at all? Have you thought about that? Have you discussed it with them?
No, not so much. You know, I think that it's important that, you know, our team focus on who we are, and that's what I've tried to preach all year. You know, you can't do too much. You can't dwell on somebody else. You have to do what you do and hope that it's good enough to be victorious at the end of the day. So we're just going to try to do some things offensively, maybe be a little bit more aggressive, possibly going from first to third, you know, maybe some hit and runs. We'll probably change the lineup just a little bit tomorrow, and you know, see what works out. But you know, I'm not giving any thought to them about any negative connotation. We're trying to think forward right now, and we're going to have lunch here together in a few minutes and discuss a few things in a positive way, and then we'll get rested for tomorrow.
Rhea, you mentioned lineup changes, and also that Evan has probably earned himself a start. Is he looking to maybe go in the outfield at DH, or do you maybe move Witt into the infield?
Well, probably, a probable deal is Marzilli will play tomorrow. I like what he brings right now. He's a guy that has come a long way in a short period of time. And he's also at the end of his freshman year, so I'm not thinking that he's a freshman anymore. He can really run. He got a little bit of power in there. I think he's more comfortable now than he has been all year. And it's not because of anything else other than he has gained experience. And you know, I think there was some apprehension earlier in the year for him, some anxiety, because it's the first time through it for him. But now that he's gone through it, I think he feels really good. I just tell by the way he practices, and he, I told him at the midway point, you got me excited. You're going to be a really good player. You need to be patient. You need to watch these older guys. You need to learn from them. And when your opportunity comes, whether it's this year or next year, you'll be ready to go. I think he's there. I think he's there, and I'm going to put him in there tomorrow.
Ray, going back to the pitching decision, did it factor in at all that you want to get confidence built back up into your team in that first game? And also, with starting Dyson, is there a possibility if you get a big lead that you go another direction early? Two parts there.
Two-part question. Make it very difficult. I took the SAT 3 times, so you made it very difficult for me. Well, the thing is, to answer the first part of your question, yes, that was a factor because it's a feel-good mentality. You know, had we won 15 in a row, our guys might feel a little bit invincible. Well, we don't feel that way right now. We've lost 4 out of 5 against very worthy people and outstanding pitching. So I'm not crushed by that. I'm not happy, but it's perspective. That being said, we don't feel all that good. We need to win. We need to feel good. And I don't want to put any, apprehension in an approach or anything other than we're going full steam ahead right now. So that factored in, yes, that was a part of it. And these guys are young. They're very emotional. And I feel like we need to do very well in game 1 tomorrow.
We'll take 2 more questions, Travis.
Second part.
Second part about
Dyson starting, if you should get a big lead early or something like that.
I'll ask you a question. What's the big lead? I don't know. I think that if I get to the point that if that was to happen, would be thinking that way. Whether I move in that direction or not remains to be seen. I'll tell you this. And Cooper will pitch game 2. Sam Dyson and Blake Cooper are probably the 2 best well-conditioned pitchers that I've ever coached on the same team at one time. Those guys are in good shape. They can go out and run a cross-country meet tomorrow. They train very well when a baseball is not in their hand. That being said, Sam probably has the best chance of bouncing back. If we get in a situation on Monday or something that he can pitch in relief or something, that was sort of went into the decision as well. I think he's a little better in a position to come back if we get an opportunity to play that long.
You mentioned that it felt like it had been a long time since you had a regional here. I mean, what's this week been like, not having to worry about travel? Just some of the things you've gone through, especially with this new stadium that you hadn't before, that maybe some of them have been fun, some of them a little stressful with tickets maybe? No,
well, they're all fun. It's all fun. The opportunity to be here has been exciting. We got home, Thursday night from Birmingham as quick as we could get back, and I was about as unhappy as you can be as far as participating in the sport and competing, and that was tough. But we went back to work and things got a little bit better, and we felt we were going to be playing at home, and then we found out, and the bunting started going up earlier in the week, and all the excitement and a lot of questions, and all that's good. And I know that Coach Hughes, Coach Jordan, and Coach Dupuis, how do you pronounce that, Andrew? Depew. Coach Depew will enjoy playing in this venue. It's exciting. I know they're glad to be here, and I think it's all the right reasons to host and to be a part of an NCAA regional. The only negative part is a lot of people think my tickets are free, and I pay for them and they get them free. That's not all good, but glad they're coming.
Thank you, Coach.